What's up, guys? Welcome back to RT2CC Comic Club. Justin here, and 2-day recap again for October 9th and 10th this time. So let's just get into it. We did some trades on the 9th, so I'm posting them on the screen here. Sold my Boeing calls that I bought in January, I believe, of 2018. So I had to go digging through some old videos to find it. So that was annoying, but we did take a loss, not a huge loss. So I believe I wanted to put some more money into Tesla at the time. As you can see, I bought a Tesla call right after that, and then I sold my 2 Apple calls, surprisingly for a profit. I was actually surprised. I got lucky with that one. And then I bought another Tesla call, and the reason I was buying Tesla calls at this point in time was because the stock was cheap, and I was just remembering, the other time it was cheap, and I didn't want to miss out on the opportunity. So, it was trading around like 260, 255, and so I wanted to get in this time to capitalize. So at this point in time, that's what I was trying to do. And so that's why I bought those calls. And let's just go into how the stocks did. The Dow started off pretty bad, but it got better and got better. Then it went bad again. Then it got better, and then it went bad again. So overall, not a horrible day, but Tesla did have a good day. So that kind of helped us. And before I go to the winners, I want to just point out that the Dow, it said the Dow dropped 56 points as growth fears replaced yield scare. There's just a lot of, it was interest rates that were on people's minds. And so that's what was kind of causing the volatility that particular day. But again, this is the same story. So I don't understand. I mean, you've heard me rant about this before, so I'm not going to go into it again. So let's just go into the winners and losers. We did win today. We had a little bit of a gain. So again, it kind of gave me some hope. False hope, but it gave me some hope because I was like, well, the markets are doing okay. Maybe I'm okay with the positions I have. Maybe I'll make money again. But you'll see what happens in a little bit. So that didn't actually pan out. So yeah, we had 214,500 we closed at. So our top gainer was T.Rowe. They had a really good day. And then you could see a bunch of Tesla calls on this front page here. We had 4 positions of Tesla that helped us make a profit. So that was really good, really helpful. And then going to our losers, our MBEV call with a $7 strike did very poorly. Both of our MBEV calls did very poorly that day. So yeah, we didn't do great with that. So let's go into the next day. Now, the next day, the headlines were Dow sinks more than 800 points as investors are spooked by rising interest rates. That's never happened before. What the heck? I don't understand. How many times can you be spooked by the same thing? I don't get it. I mean, it's just I don't know. I'm just going to... I mean, the Fed was they were pretty steadfast at this point in time that they were going to raise interest rates. It wasn't anything new. So the fact that people were just suddenly getting scared again made no sense. And also mortgage rates hit 5% at that time, so that kind of had some implications, but let's just go into how the stocks did. So it was red, and you'll see it go more red and red. So the Dow goes down, goes down, goes down, goes down, goes down. So that was just crazy how it just kept going down every single hour. A lot of times it goes down and comes back up, but not this time. It just went straight down, as you can see by the Dow chart, the NASDAQ chart. Not good. So going to our winners and losers, we had 4 winners, which sucks. Our Constellation brand call did the best for us, and that was actually a quite good day for them. But look at our laundry list of losers. I actually put all the losers on the screen here just in case you wanted to pause and squint real hard and look at all of them. But I put the bottom 12 on the screen right now, so you can see our Amazon call did the worst. Nvidia, Tesla, Apple, and Adobe, all contributed pretty well to this loss. So that was not good. We lost 21, almost 22 grand in one day. That just sucked. Okay, so let's talk about some articles. And again, I'm going to point out yet one more time, analysts getting it wrong. And this is actually, I'm glad I found this article from an old point in time, because I can actually point out how they were wrong, because, well, you'll see. So Bank of America says buy Apple shares because iPhone upgrade interest is rising significantly. At the time, you'd think, oh, awesome. Pretty bullish stance on Apple. Maybe you should buy some Apple stock. They're freaking saying it in the headline, buy Apple shares. Frustrating, right? So they did a survey, and let me kind of read what the survey said. They did a survey of nearly 91,000 consumers from March to September, revealed rising interest in iPhone upgrades. They noted that 33% of the respondents said they plan to upgrade to the iPhone versus 15% for Samsung. In addition, 70% of iPhone owners said they will stick with Apple for their next iPhone purchase. But let's fast forward to January 9th, 2019. Apple's iPhone sales slump, deeper XR production cuts planned. So clearly that survey did absolutely nothing in predicting the future. Whoever those people were, it's one thing to be interested in something. Like, a lot of people are interested in upgrading their phone. Who wouldn't be? But then to actually, when the time comes to shell out that $1,000, $1,200, for one phone, people are like, they get cold feet, or maybe they just spent their money elsewhere for maybe Christmas shopping. They don't have the money to buy that phone. So when the time comes, the people just didn't buy the phones. Okay, so that's what happened. So that survey was complete bobo, just didn't do anything to help, but give people false hopes to think Apple stock was going to go up. And I think I had read that headline at the time and was like, oh, okay, maybe that's why I was kind of confident in my Apple positions. And we'll see how that plays out. I lose a lot of money with it. But anyways, let's just go to the next article, because this is kind of funny. Amazon says that more than 1 million people in 2017 asked their Alexa-powered devices to marry them. So for one, I think it's kind of weird that Amazon saved all that, but I guess that's part of what they do, but it's still kind of weird. The fact that they know that means they're recording it somehow, storing it so they can read the data. But that's a lot of people to ask them. And I'm sure I've asked Siri to marry me at one point as a joke. I think everyone does at some point because it's funny. But I just thought that was a funny headline. Now, let's go back to Tesla, because let's focus on some serious stuff. Now, this was a graph. Now, I mentioned in a prior video when I showed the Tesla that I got that it has the lowest probability of injury. So here's a chart, and it's kind of small. I'll try to make it bigger, but most of you maybe have seen this chart already. But basically that low blue line at the far left is the probability of being injured in a Model 3, and it's like below 6%, whereas every other car tested was above 6%. So that was really good. And this paragraph, if you want to kind of read it, it basically says, why is it so safe? The battery pack gives it like a extremely low polar moment of inertia. It gives it a low center of gravity. It's hard to tip over. All the weight being in the center of the car makes it real agile and gives it a lot of stability and capability. And so that's basically what that paragraph is saying. So let's just keep going. And this headline, T.Rowe Price raises bet on Tesla in vote of confidence for Musk. Now, again, this was all that controversy was going on with the SEC. It was right in the thick of it. But T.Rowe Price, they increased their holdings in Tesla from 11.93 million shares to 17.4 million shares. And they didn't want to comment when they reached out to him, but they probably just, I don't know, didn't care to talk to him. But they did put a lot more money on them, which was a really good sign. And so at the time, I wish I had, trusted my gut more and bought more Tesla positions, because I think as we progressed in time, it was becoming more accepted that Tesla being in the 250, 260 range is cheap. And, we all know what happens with that and then we'll see what happens in the future videos, what happens with that. So I don't want to, already, but I don't want to talk about it, because I'm going to talk about it again anyway. So we're just going to leave it at that. So if you like the video, hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. If you guys follow any Tesla Model 3, like Tesla Twitter accounts, I don't know, some of you have noticed there's a lot of pictures. I'll try to post a picture right now. There are a lot of Model 3s currently, as of like January 12th, 13th, right now, 2019. They are being shipped over to Europe and Asia. We don't know which exact countries they're going to, but they are being shipped to Asia. Someone saw a ship and on the news, they saw the ship that was going on. I'm really, really excited for that, because I think they're a little bit ahead of schedule on that. And those people over there are dying to get those cars, and I think it's just going to do a lot to benefit the brand, boost, the exposure of Tesla. And so I think it's going to be really awesome. So that's just little current news that I want to throw in there. So again, thanks again for watching. Hope you guys have a great night, and we will see you in the next one. Hey guys, thanks again for checking out this video. If you want another way to support the channel, please check out that Patreon link up there at the top. You get access to my private Discord server where we chat about different companies we're looking at investing in. I also post my current trades in real time, as well as news headlines with little mini summaries. And you can also get discounts on any merchandise that we sell, like a shirt like this, for example. And if you want to just subscribe to the channel, I would appreciate that as well. You can just click that black logo there at the bottom. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.